My cock is tingling, rubbing my ding-a-ling. Please make me cream. Finger my anus, prostate stimulation. Not on no gay shit. Please make me cream. Oh, cheers. Cheers, mate. Well, hello, everybody. I would like to welcome you to the TrashFire podcast. This is episode 7. I'm Woody Allen.
And I'm Suni.
And we are your hosts for today. Welcome.
First on the list is Meghan Markle.
First thing we would like to talk about is Meghan Markle, Duchess of Sussex, Duchess of Butt Sex.
Ex-Duchess.
Ex-Duchess of Sussex.
She now lives with Tyler Perry.
Yeah, they're living in Tyler Perry's basement. Fucking Tyler kicked us out. Sent us to live with Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz kicked us out. Now we don't know what to do anymore, man. We'll just get the shit and the stick for everything.
We're worse than D Savage. We're living couch to couch.
Yeah, we're living couch to couch, yard to yard. At least he's living car to car.
Yeah,
yeah, man. So, that piece of shit, that dumb asshole.
So if you guys
I feel like Piers Morgan.
Oh yeah. So basically, this is the Piers Morgan show. This is basically Piers Morgan is producing this after being
episode specifically
after leaving his old job where the fuck he was working. Mm-hmm. And basically, we hate Meghan Markle as much as Piers Morgan.
It's like a joint venture with Piers Morgan and InfoWars. And that's what this episode is brought to you by. Yeah, today we're just talking about, that piece of garbage Meghan Markle. She's backstabbing the kingdom.
She's no better than 6ix9ine. She's a fucking snitch. She's a fucking rat.
She's no better than 6ix9ine. She's no better than Kike. She's a rat.
6ix9ine, Kike. Now you got Meghan Markle.
Right. She went on the Oprah Winfrey show. Yeah, that's what it was. The Oprah Winfrey show, or it was just like some interview on the OWN network, I guess.
It was Oprah Winfrey Network, Oprah Winfrey Show, produced by Oprah Winfrey, co-directed by this guy, Larry David.
Makes sense. So what she went on Oprah's show and she started, talking down about the royals, which we're a part of the royal family. We are. And yeah, it wasn't she made them look very bad. She embarrassed them, she desecrated the name, and she should be punished. She should be in prison in the Tower of London to be starved.
Are you talking about like Big Ben? She should be like shoved into the Big Ben clock.
Who's Big Ben?
The big clock.
No, I'm just being stupid. Yeah, just put her in the clock. Put her in the clock.
Trap her in the clock.
Nah, the Tower of London though. We'll talk about the Tower of London more later on in this episode, but that's a very common thing to get stuffed in the Tower of London and starved to death. Apparently, with these fucking people.
Aren't you surprised that the royal family is racist?
Not at all, man. I mean, the royal family is they're trash. They're garbage. She said that she faced a lot of racial issues while being with them.
All of London is pretty racist.
Yeah,
she didn't just leave because of the
fucking Europe in general, man.
She didn't leave just because of them.
Yeah,
but like all the tabloids and Piers Morgan,
everyone was like,
fucking hated.
Why is she with this monkey? Even though she's fucking like 80-90% white and shit like that. They're giving her a hard time. I mean,
And then they were always making her dad look out. Like I just remember a lot of things about her dad, and they're always like trying to, because her mom's white. And they were always trying to publish shit about her black dad, how he didn't want to talk to anybody. But like, who gives a fuck?
He don't have to fucking talk to anybody.
And like, I don't know. I don't know if he went to the wedding. I guess I should have did more research about that.
These people are way too fucking worried about the color of their fucking grandbaby's skin or whatever. And they're not. They don't pay attention to all the fucking weird shit that family be up to at all. They got Prince Andrew to worry about already, and they're fucking
Prince Andrew,
and they're here just fucking off, worried about the wrong thing.
Yeah.
It's people who you know, they just fucking, they got everything inherited to them. They don't have to worry about anything in the world. So I guess they're just making up anything, you know?
Yeah.
Pulling anything out of their ass to, you know, be a big deal to them.
Well, also, you know, they've invaded India, they've invaded Nigeria, and then they claim those lands. But when Nigerian or Indians try to go back to London, to the motherland, right? Because they're a British colony, they get swiftly kicked out. We will have no Indians here.
Oh, so swiftly. They get kicked out swiftly. Yeah, and you know, they're just a fucking family of inbreds that get whatever they want and have gotten whatever they want for generations and generations, just because like a guy slaughtered mad people and was like, "This is my land.
This is mine now." Like a fucking 2-year-old.
Right.
I just imagine everybody in like the Stone Age is just like fucking. They're just like teenagers.
Just
they're
a bunch
all
of
teenagers.
babies.
No, literally, they're all teenagers. They're all fucking. They die at 25, right?
Oh yeah,
average
definitely.
lifespan. So they're just like filled with this rage and angst, just constantly killing each other. Can't work anything out.
Right. That's what that fucking island is made of, man.
Just inbred
conflict.
fucks. Conflict and inbred fucks.
Yeah, it's a fucking gross, shitty little fucking cold island that you can't grow anything on. You know, the only thing better than it was, you know, it's a little warmer than it was in Norway. So what happened was, a couple of Danishmen, some Germans, went over to that land, to that island. They found a bunch of gingers. They murdered each other off. Then they all fucked and had families. You know, continued with the families. Then those families started murdering each other. Then fucking some more. And the cycle continued until you have Queen Elizabeth and Prince Harry.
Yeah, and you have Queen Elizabeth, and you also gave us the plot to Romeo and Juliet, I think, right?
I don't know.
I've never seen. I've never
I didn't
read.
pay attention.
I am not Shakespearean in any way.
English.
It's like Shakespeare time. So yeah, Queen Elizabeth, is that the current queen?
Queen Elizabeth, yeah, Queen Elizabeth II.
So she's the one that eats babies.
She's the one that, yeah, she drinks adrenochrome.
She drinks adrenochrome.
She's fucking 172
like
years
Hillary.
old, and
She's
still,
never gonna die.
Still thriving.
She's never gonna give you up. You just been rickrolled.
That's a classic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're going back to MySpace there.
Yeah, no, she's not the worst one, that's for sure, but she's definitely not the best. Well, none of them are the best. They're all pretty. They're pretty
suck.
shitty. Monarchies are the biggest, waste. They're there solely for the citizens of that city to pay them taxes, and they can never work again.
And now they're there supposedly to uphold some type of history or something.
Yeah. It's just full of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What history?
Blood.
Yeah, bloodshed. We need you all to remember the bloodshed we have caused over this time.
And the incessant child trafficking.
Yeah, definitely.
Now Prince Andrew is fucking,
Right, yeah, like we said, they have Prince Andrew to worry about instead of fucking worrying about a baby that's fucking 80% white coming out a little darker.
Right. Queen Elizabeth literally killed her own sister. What was a sister, right? Princess Diana?
No, that was her son's wife.
Her son's wife?
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking base.
That's very base.
Anyway, she just killed this fucking poor woman because she was fucking Porfirio Rubirosa, who was a Dominican playboy, like me and C, if C still claims
I left my days
motherland.
behind, all right? I mean, I had a lot of fun times meeting strange men and women on the shores of Punta Cana. I sold my body. I made my money. I was able to fucking come here, marry a woman into getting my green card.
He was what we call a Sanky Panky.
Yeah.
Look that up on Urban Dictionary.
So as soon as I married that fat white woman for my green card, it was all uphill from there, baby. So the queen, what the queen did, what she did was she murdered that lady in cold blood, man. She murdered her son's wife for getting strange dick from behind their back. She was getting that strange. She got Porfirio Rubirosa,
driver.
There was some American guy apparently involved, also
yeah?
a different guy. Yeah, so you know what time it is, baby.
Hey, it's time for you to say goodnight.
They make people vanish just like Andrew Cuomo does. I heard Andrew Cuomo was descendants of them, actually.
Yeah, we're I can make your family disappear. This is my charts.
She does not eat food at all. The queen. She eats zero food. She lives off of the blood of babies. These are all known facts about the British royal family. She lives off of baby's blood and the organs of the middle class. She doesn't eat them. As soon as one of her organs start failing, they just swap them out.
Yeah.
That's why her husband, Prince Philip, is like still able to fucking drive when he wants, cause as much vehicular manslaughter as possible, and
he
like
still drives?
he still fucking drives, but it's because he got a working brain. They just swapped his brain out for some fucking
somebody else.
some middle class fucking
some
factory worker,
some professor at Harvard, at Oxford. Sorry.
Yeah, at Oxford or some shit. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, man. Fucking Andrew. Speaking of Prince Andrew, guy's a fucking pervert, man. Where's good old Andy boy right now?
Prince Andrew. He's probably off the coast of fucking Punta Cana. Like you used to do
looking for me.
In your Sankey Panky days.
He's looking for me. Yeah, I was a customer,
He's
buddy.
looking for teenage boys. And teenage
I'm gonna tell you, that's how I was able to afford this whole set, buddy.
This is
So
brought to you by
Andrew.
This is brought to you by Sheng Hui and the Communist Party of China.
And Prince Andrew.
Okay.
Thank you, Prince Andrew, for giving me the money for this.
Cancel.
I'm not gonna say how I got the money for it, but thank you.
Yeah, so fucking Prince Andrew's on the coast of.
He's in a submarine with he's in the submarine, the yellow submarine with Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein. That's where they are right now.
Jeffrey is still. If you didn't know, Jeffrey Epstein is still.
Jeffrey, please, can you stop at Aruba? We're low on teens. Jeffrey, Ghislaine, we're running low on children.
Ghislaine, where are the chicks?
Where are the chicks?
Ghislaine, I pay you $6 million a fucking year so you can fucking groom these chicks. Where the fuck are these chicks?
Where the fuck?
That's my Jeffrey Epstein impression.
Where the fuck are these chicks?
Call them chicks because they're babies. And I guess we're anyways. So Prince Andrew in the middle of a fucking interview with Tyler Perry.
What? Yeah, continue. Yeah.
Have you seen the Prince Andrew interview with Tyler Perry?
How does it go?
So I'll be so you'll be the interviewer. I'll be Prince Andrew.
So why? Let me ask you something, Andrew. Why exactly were you found on Little Saint James? There's your name is on his log in his little black book. Why is that?
Well, at the time, going to Little St. James Island was the honorable thing to do. I mean, Bill Clinton was there. We got Bill Clinton. We got George Bush.
And they were the kings of the United States.
we got Kevin Spacey. How could I not go to a place with Kevin Spacey?
Chris Tucker? Did you see him in Friday?
Did you see him in Rush Hour? Friday is a classic.
But Andrew, you are knighted. You were knighted, weren't you?
Well, yes. When I was knighted on Little St. James Island, that was the honorable thing to do. It's honorable, you see. Jeffrey Epstein was an honorable person. I would never call him a sex offender.
But was it honorable to fuck those kids? I mean, they were underage, Andrew.
I guess not. I forgive myself. You should forgive me for fucking those kids.
I can make your family disappear.
Oh, really? What he said was, well, you know what they say. If they're over 10, you beat them, you fuck them in the ass.
Well, you know what the people in the kingdom like to say. 10 and over, bend them over.
If you're standing over, you fuck them in their anus.
Fuck, dog.
Just like the priesthood.
Who is that an impression of now? Who did you just turn into?
Hey. You leave me alone.
You leave me.
I'm whoever I want, and I'm fucking little boys.
And I'm proud.
And I am proud to fuck little boys.
To be the Dutch of Wales. Oh no, wait, what is he?
He fucks little boys.
He's a pedophile.
He's a pedophile. So
fucking asshole.
Similar to fucking the Pope.
This is right.
Except the Pope.
The Pope.
You know, I think the Pope is just shielding pedophiles, but I think the Pope is just really like wasting all his money on fucking that Instagram girl. That
Yeah.
Picture he liked.
Yeah, definitely. He's definitely what? Well, it's funny that you say that, right? Because we're speaking of monarchies. The Pope is the king of the Vatican. The Vatican is its own state, right? On top of being the king of the Vatican, he owns up to $180 million worth. 180 million acres of land in the world, right?
Yeah.
So recently, I heard he sold. He didn't sell, but he donated. We can say 80 million of those acres to Natagata on Discord.
80 million? Nah, but honestly, that's like 1 acre per child molested by the Vatican. Sorry, not by the Vatican.
Yeah, right.
By the Catholic Church.
Gotta give it to those boys, man. Those boys need that.
Poor boys, especially up in Boston. Have you seen how fucking aggressive Dave Portnoy is? He was totally touched as a kid. Yeah. That's why he's just trying. Dave Portnoy was touched as a kid, and he's just trying to fucking prove to us that he is a man, and that's why he's okay with raping women. But it's really because he's been raped.
Jesus Christ!
You didn't know that?
I didn't know any of these things.
This is all true from Dave Portnoy.
Man.
You like Dave Portnoy?
I fucking looked up to Dave Portnoy.
Dude, I watch Barstool
I watch
and Joe.
Barstool
All I watch
every
is
day,
Barstool and Joe Rogan, dude. Dude, how could you not watch Joe
And
Rogan?
Anthony Cumia. I only watch the Anthony Cumia network.
Babe, please come watch Joe Rogan. It's only 4 hours long.
It's only 4 hours long. That's fucking funny. Who's gonna sit there for that whole fucking interview?
The bros.
Fucking interviews.
The bros and the Catholic Church, because they rape so many people that they probably should just let the people in the priesthoods and the nun covenants fuck each other.
Man. That's a lot. That's a lot to soak in.
They should fuck each other, you don't think?
Who exactly?
The priests and the nuns.
Yeah, dude.
They're
That
not-
should be that should be the play right there. If you're gonna limit it to
The
like,
play?
oh, you can't. Yeah. If
The
you,
Shakespearean play.
if you're gonna limit to like, oh, you can't have sex, it's unholy. But it has to be. You have to have sex with someone who is just as holy as you are.
I'm
And
stroking
the
my
only
shit right now.
The only person who's as holy as a fucking priest is a nun, right? Wouldn't that be the case?
Alright, I'm stroking my shit right now.
And with that being said, do nuns molest a lot of these boys too?
No, they molest more girls.
Holy fuck, dude. We gotta bring our boys home. 2021.
2022 now.
Yeah, 2022. We have to bring our
We
boys
brought
home.
them
Bring bring the altar boys home. It's been way too long.
Bring our altar
They've
boys
been
home.
fucking these kids over way too long. You know, the castrato thing went one way too far when they would cut their penises off so they could sing better.
Okay.
You know, I heard
That was in the Vatican as well, and those were Catholic priests.
those are just Catholic priests in general. They would have one choir boy that they would snip, 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 and
Snip his whole dick off.
he would and he would sing like an angel.
And
I
so-
heard they still practice castratos sometimes over here.
Hmm.
Nav.
I mean,
you know who Nav is?
Yeah, it'll
Yeah.
just grow back though. you know?
Yeah.
My shit grows
Cocks
back.
always grow back.
My shit growed. My shit ungrow.
I know we told you before in other episodes that your foreskin grows back, but your cock grows back. in
My
general.
shit growed back.
Yeah, we're like lizards. You just regenerate the whole damn thing.
Hey, just if you're afraid of circumcision, just cut it off. It'll grow back.
Man, that shit is crazy. You're gonna give all that power to a fucking priest. Speaking of all this shit happening with children and child trafficking that the fucking Vatican has contributed to. Fucking Queen Victoria, I can't imagine how much fucking child trafficking she has contributed to.
Queen Victoria.
Queen Victoria in the late 1800s, yes.
Yeah.
She was the one that had all the boys All the boys
standing in the line for the bathroom.
All the boys standing in the line for the bathroom because they didn't have a chance to use the bathroom while they were working.
It was a latrine.
It was so the working conditions back then. So Queen Victoria had children working in mines and industrial factories. A big industrial boom in the late 1800s in the UK. A lot of it was responsible for the working young children of the UK. Yeah, so she had a bunch of little children working, not going to school, just slaving, and there was.
So basically, she's old school Ghislaine Maxwell.
Yeah,
old school Hillary Clinton.
Right.
Type beat.
And yeah, honestly, if you ask me personally, I say we bring that old school Victoria era style child labor back.
Good old child labor like they do in China still.
Yeah, definitely, man. Because look, honestly, bro, the kids, they're doing Zoom classes. They're not going into school. A lot of them said fuck that. They're not
sleeping.
They're not even attending class, right? They're not doing shit. These kids are fucking soft, right? So they're not doing anything.
These kids are just doing TikTok.
We gotta get them to work. They need to learn some kind of trade, some kind of skill
to work.
We need them in those steel mines.
We don't need them doing TikTok.
We need them in the steel factories.
We don't need them doing the ready to get started.
Right. We just need them working, because if men right now like you and I, we can't work because we'll get our unemployment taken away. And if we get our unemployment taken away, then what?
Then
how are you
no idea.
How are you supposed to make money while doing absolutely nothing?
Right, yeah.
So we need those kids to go into the factories and work their fingers down to the literal bone.
Yeah, for us.
You get me?
That we can continue to collect.
Yeah, exactly. So we can collect, they can work. We don't have to go back to work.
Right. We can just do open mics every night.
Yeah,
for free.
Exactly.
And that way we don't have to work. And
get those boys back into those factories.
You heard it here first. Get those boys. We advocate for child labor laws, and we are sponsored by the Imagine Miami PAC. Xavier L. Suarez.
Yeah, man. These kids aren't built like us nowadays, man. Like me and Zoola, we fucking worked our fingers down to the bone, like I said, literally.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
We've been on MySpace.
We had been trying to set this podcast and doing this podcast since back when I was fucking 11 years old, getting money from Prince Andrew, and
on the shores of Punta Cana.
On the shores of Punta Cana, and we were fucking just busting our asses to get our podcast up on eBombs World, right? And on MySpace,
and on Funny Junk,
and on funnyjunk.com.
Hey.
And look at us now, man. If you don't work your ass off at the age of 8, how the fuck are you supposed to fucking?
How are you supposed to build character?
How are you supposed to build character?
Anyway,
they're all garbage, man.
All the fucking royal family's garbage. They're all like cocks and balls, and they're always complaining about, hey, mom, she's just my cousin.
She's just my cousin.
Why can't I marry my cousin, mom?
I want to marry my cousin, mommy.
Mommy, mom.
Yeah, fuck those guys, man. Chill. Look. We're talking about Queen Victoria fucking abusing children. Let's move on to the next son of a bitch on the list, King Richard the fucking Third.
King Richard the Third.
King Richard the Third. One of the biggest pieces. Well, they're all pieces of shit. They're all trash, but just another piece of shit.
TrashFire
in the royal family.
Yeah. What did King Richard do?
King Richard was the brother of Edward VII. Edward VII was a sick man and said, Richard, when I die, I want you to make sure my son, Edward VIII, does his job correctly as a king. And Richard said, I got you, brother. I love you to death. I love you forever. Your dying wishes will be fulfilled. And as soon as his brother died, he locked King Edward VIII and his little brother in the Tower of London and let them starve to death.
Jesus
just like
Christ.
they should do to Meghan Markle. Send her to the Tower of London.
No, yeah. So basically, King Richard. Let's just take a moment and consider this guy. He's a real scumbag. King Richard just fucking locked his nephews in the Tower of London and starved them to death just to become king.
It's just a prissy little asshole.
So if you're thinking about the royal family being noble in any way, they've literally been killing and pillaging even their own for centuries.
Right, exactly.
Since the Romans were in charge of everything.
These fuck faces, you know, like their descendants have been going, like, it's a long line of descendants. We could say that the fucking family basically started in like 1066, but even since then they were like parts of royal families from Germany. Like this same family that's still in power now, they are parts of royal families in Germany and in fucking France,
Right.
you know, and especially now that all the fucking monarchs today are all related. They're all cousins, you know, from fucking each other.
But you think it's because they're all related, they're all shitty, or if it's just something about humans that are just shitty?
It's humans with power are just shitty.
Humans with power.
Humans who gain power could never do the right thing. It always goes to their head.
It's always selfish. We're always thinking about ourselves
We always
first.
become selfish, whether it's, you know, at first we're fucking, you know, we're trying to be good people. It always leads to that we will become a piece of shit.
Yeah, man.
But King Richard fucking he when he died, it's pretty funny to hear. This man he died in battle, and when he died, they stripped him naked, and they threw him on a donkey, and they danced around while they paraded around the donkey and just laughed and had a good time while his little shrimp dick was hanging there, and he was just there. And you know what? Let's be real. He deserved it. Good for him. All right. Sometimes.
Yeah, he killed his nephew.
Sometimes you do some things that, you know, you're asking for it.
How are we gonna?
When someone murders you and throws you on a donkey and exposes your shrimp dick to your whole kingdom, you deserved it.
You deserved it. We're dancing on King Richard's grave. We're dancing on King Richard's grave. Yeah, right. Hello.
Yeah, so they did that to him. Years later, like come to like around 2000 and I think like 2006, sometime in the 2000s. They found his body underneath a parking lot.
Parking lot.
Yeah.
And like
probably under a Chick-fil-A, like they're under a Chick-fil-A parking lot. Yeah, definitely. There's ways to find out.
They didn't have like a formal burial.
No. I guess when they paraded him around, they just left him there, and they fucking, you know, time went by and they built on top of his fucking corpse.
What did they
and
build?
They found him under a fucking Long John Silver.
What did they build? Long John Silver. Did they build a Comet Pizza?
Yeah, they built a common pizza over his fucking
Comet
body.
Pizza where they're trafficking humans and children.
What
other legends can we talk about?
Legends, yeah. I was just gonna say that.
Legends.
Which other one of the legends can we talk about?
Legends never die.
Our royal highnesses. These godly men.
Godly men. The Pope was the Pope.
No, eventually.
Was there any of them that wanted was the Pope at the same time?
Henry VIII. Yeah,
Henry VIII.
Yeah, Henry VIII. Henry VIII, who looks just like Prince Henry, like, but
this one,
but fat as fuck. Yeah, like an obese version of the prince from the fucking Oprah interview. Same name, same face, same guy. Overall, yeah, that dude. He became Pope of the Anglican Church, or he started the Anglican Church. Yeah, which was a church that was specifically made for him to be able to go bust as much cheeks as possible, while still remaining faithful to God. You know, while still being a man of faith.
It was God's calling.
It was God's calling. Yeah. So, you know, he would.
Sounds like a church I want to start.
It would be like, yo, kill your wife. I did it. God told me to do it, and God allowed me to do this, so I'm not in the wrong.
You would kill his wife?
A nigga killed like 3 of his wives.
Jesus.
Yeah. So
I'm not prepared for this.
Yeah. Yeah. So just like, you know, I want to go get as much pussy as possible, fuck as many women as possible. In the eyes of God, he said it's okay, so I can do it. He set his own rules as Pope there, you know, and he's totally not burning in hell right now. for committing adultery.
Hey, there is no hell.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want here.
There's no hell?
There is no hell, man.
I didn't know that.
There's no heaven either. I hate to break it to you like that. And there's no Santa either.
There's no... But yeah, another thing. But yeah, you hadn't asked me if Prince Henry murdered his wife. He had, I think, 6 wives in total. Maybe, you know. Don't quote
Did
me
they
on
finally
that.
get along so he didn't have to kill them?
No, because he killed 3 of them. So
Yeah, but there were 6 of them. So what happened to the other 3?
he would basically meet one, get one killed off. Actually, I'm wrong. 2 of them were murdered. 1 was imprisoned. The one that was in prison was because he wanted to get another chick. So that's fucking base. Shouts out to him, dog.
Hey.
You know, I'm starting to respect him a little bit. The more we talk about, the royal family, I'm starting to respect them a little bit.
The more you want to be like them,
definitely.
That's fucking nuts.
Definitely goes. Hey, bro, beat this one. Beat this one. Do you know how Henry VIII killed one of his wives?
Asphyxiation.
Close. He sent her to the Tower of London so she could starve to death.
Oh, hell no.
Come to the Tower of London and enjoy our special BDSM dungeon suite. And for continental breakfast, air, and more air. Tower of London, have some fun. Tower of London, everyone.
What's that from? That's from SeaWorld?
Rapids.
Oh, Rapids Water Park.
Yeah, man. So he fucking left his wife starved to death. That's a very popular method of murdering people.
Method, bro.
Just let them go hungry.
Kill me, dude.
Yeah, right.
Don't let me, like, yo, you imagine it takes weeks
to starve.
like
as even though you may think that you're gonna die like that, it takes a long, excruciating time. That shit is painful. That's fucked. Yeah, man. And then she's not the only one he killed, man. Fucking he apparently executed 57,000 people, roughly around 57,000 people in his reign.
oh shit.
57 fucking thousand. Then there was Prince Edward the Eighth, who's honestly our favorite.
Yeah. You're just gonna tell.
I'm gonna speak on your behalf.
Yeah, I feel
like I have the right.
You
to do that at
usually
this
do.
point.
Anyway,
Yeah, definitely.
I have the right. I sign all of.
I was the one that sold my body for this fucking podcast equipment. This is my podcast.
Brought to you by Sheng Hui and CCP.
Yeah, and then Prince Andrew.
Prince fucking Andrew and Prince Edward. So Prince Edward, the fucking Nazi.
Yeah, Prince Edward the Nazi. That's what he was.
Literally, he was
a
Prince.
fucking based ass Nazi.
He was Prince during World War II, of course.
King. He became king.
Oh,
I don't know who his
shit.
father was. His father died, or mother, or I think he was Queen Victoria's son. Actually,
Queen Victoria's son.
No. I don't know. One of these fucking assholes. You know they're all fucking trash. But yeah.
Too many names.
Yeah, it's way too many names to remember. I've remembered enough already.
Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, no, but this dude, this man was fucking crazy, bro. He was crazy. So he stepped down as king for some odd reason and moved to France. I don't know. But when he moved to France, he got married to some American chick that was also like a Nazi sympathizer. And they got together, they married. They fucking had their honeymoon in Nazi Germany.
Weird, dude.
Yeah. With Adolf Hitler, it wasn't like, oh, let me just go to Germany and hang out and enjoy whatever the fuck is in Nazi Germany. No,
I want to go to Nazi Germany.
Yeah, he went and Addie hosted him.
Addie. We're giving him fucking cute nicknames.
Yeah. Addie hosted him there. He showed him around. He showed him how things were in Nazi Germany.
Oh, come here, Prince Andrew. Let me show you the fucking latrine.
I have to show you.
I have to show you my bedroom, Prince
Do you want to try this coke? Do you want to try this cocaine and methamphetamines, Prince Edward?
Prince Edward.
Yeah, because everybody knows Adolf was Addie was on them. Addie was on him. Addie's. Yeah, he was fucking. Yeah, Adolf Hitler was a fucking pookie head. If you didn't know that, he was off all the fucking uppers, and so were his whole army.
He was off. So basically, the royal family and Nazi Germany are one and the same.
Oddly enough, man. I mean, they have some kind of ties. His family, the rest of the royal family, disowned him at the time. you know, after that happened, he made a plot with Adolf Hitler for Adolf Hitler to attack the UK, murder whoever was in crown, and give the crown back to Edward VIII.
Nuts.
Yeah.
That is fucking nuts.
Yes. And that is why he's my favorite.
But I mean, he literally bombed the shit. Like Hitler bombed the
fuck out of the
London.
UK, dude.
Like, I don't know if you've seen the pictures. The fucking
that
London
shit was
book.
gone.
Like, yo, they were burning books, bombing libraries. They didn't give a fuck.
That shit was gone, bro. And that was because of fucking. That was because of somebody who was related to the royal family, and that's fucking crazy.
That's crazy.
That's fucking nuts.
It's just kind of funny that like dynasties and all these royal families exist because they're really just genetic aberrations and fucking mutants.
Yeah, dude. Like I said earlier in the episode, man, inbreeding was a part of the fucking the rise of these empires. Whether it be the Spanish, whether it be the Austrians. Inbreeding was everything. You know, there's still countries with monarchies in the Middle East, bro. Honestly, like no lie, in the Middle East, they I read a report that just recently they just learned what the bad effects of inbreeding could be
in the Middle East.
In the Middle East, yeah. And those countries are still like strongly like owned by monarchies. Like monarchies are everything. Those motherfuckers run.
Oh right, like in Saudi Arabia and the fucking Dubai and shit.
Yeah. And all those.
Have you heard
even
the song?
Morocco still to today.
Oh, Morocco as well.
has a king. Yeah.
Have you heard the song? Inbreeding rules everything around me.
Yeah, I like that one.
Literally, inbreeding rules everything around me because like all the royal family is like super inbred.
Yeah, man. Inbreeding was a crazy practice, man. They would everybody would be fucking and sucking the shit out of each other, boy.
Dying of hemophilia left and right.
Dying of hemophilia left
having
and
like
right.
Retarded kids.
Yeah, man. Fucking loonies.
Neurodivergent kids.
Fucking howling maniacs.
Howling maniacs.
Apparently King George, the one that tried to take America, but fuck you, George. We on top, baby. Yeah. USA. We drove that motherfucker crazy, by the way. When he went back to the UK after the Revolutionary War, he fucking died in a nut house. That's honest to God. Literally, he died in a straitjacket.
Damn.
Yeah, he lost it. That was like, number one, he was already born with what is it called? I'm gonna have to look at the note. Porphyria. He was born with porphyria, which caused him to constantly see hallucinations, gave him body aches all the time, and he would piss blue.
Jesus Christ.
He was fucking piss blue.
That sounds awesome, bro.
Yeah.
But honestly, I prefer to piss red, if you know what I mean. I'm red pilled, baby. I piss red.
Say USA. Yeah, man. It's fucking so yeah, the inbreeding is it's out of control within royalty. But you know, they're not the only ones. They've been doing it like it's been a common thing within royal families for the longest. I mean, well, look at it like this, bro. Even within the royal family, Queen Victoria's son died of an internal hemorrhage at like 30 something from what is it? We mentioned it earlier. What's it called again? Hemophilia. And then her grandsons died of hemophilia at like 20 something. And then her great grandsons. Yeah, it was like 4 generations straight after her of bleeding internally because she decided to fuck one of her cousins.
And they never thought, oh, maybe I should stop fucking my cousin.
Yeah, no.
Maybe I should stop fucking my cousin.
Bro, Queen Victoria fucked all the queens, like all the kings, like at the time and shit like that, and had kids with them. So she had like, you know, like some of her children had brothers in Prussia, had brothers in fucking Spain, had brothers here and there, and then they keep interbreeding with each other after that time. And it's like, what the fuck? This shit turns into a goddamn circus after a little bit.
That's why they look like shit.
Like Barnum and Bailey's.
That's why they look like shit out there.
Yeah, that's definitely why it looks like
shit like Barnum and Bailey's.
Yeah, no lie, bro. Like, I just read an article the other day that every monarch nowadays are cousins. They're all related just because of how often they fucked each other and got each other pregnant. whether being related or not.
Even the Iran, you remember that Iran had a monarchy in the 60s?
Oh yeah. Dude, wait, but wasn't that the dude that threw the big party?
He would throw
He threw a huge party, fucked up the economy of Iran. Everybody
went though. All the fucking
all the kings and queens, and then they went back home and they were like, he thinks he's better than us. And dude, it's crazy. Also, that shit led to his assassination, and then like the assassination of Haile Selassie, the Ethiopian king. That
went there too.
So yeah, he was at that party. So the people of Iran and Ethiopia were like, this rich son of a bitch is just like spending the people's money, doing as he pleases. Fuck that shit. And they took both of them out.
Nice.
Yeah, man, just like that. Haile Selassie had died because of a party. He went to a party.
Do it, dog.
Yeah, bro. Yeah,
and
definitely.
I mean, historically though, you know, other than the Habsburgs, fucking the Egyptians were on that same shit.
Definitely, man. Yeah. What's her name? Cleopatra married to her brother, had a kid with her brother. King Tut's parents, brother and sister.
They didn't even know this is the mom.
No, yeah.
They didn't even know
it was
his
just
mom.
one of his sisters, and God knows how many other kids he had with his other sisters and shit like that. And that's why King Tut came out a complete daffy. That motherfucker's feet were stuck together. He had
his toes were webbed. He had webbed toes.
No. Fuck. I wish I can show you guys watching. but let me see if I can show you an example. They were like this, boom, and they wouldn't fucking get apart from each other. He had to waddle around and shit like that. That's why there's so many pictures of him just sitting down on his throne, and like the feet are like separated and looking all weird.
That's not like part of the drawing.
No, it's because he could barely walk.
Oh my god.
He could barely walk. He was overweight.
I always thought it was weird.
I don't know why they mentioned this, but they said he had very, very feminine hips. I don't know. It was like some kind of condition due to the fucking inbreeding. He came out extra curvy. Boy came out hella thick. Yeah, and a slack jaw like that. And then it said the Habsburgs, man. The Habsburgs are the most infamous case of that shit.
Yeah, I'ma fuck my niece.
I used to wanna fuck my auntie.
Exactly.
She was the first to go blondie.
Fucking Young Thug would have been a member of the Habsburgs.
Yeah, he would have been a member of the Habsburgs. They definitely would have bred him with his auntie.
That's fucking funny. What do you think would happen if George Washington was king, like King Tut? Would he fuck his cousin?
After defeating George?
King George?
Well, he was gay, wasn't he?
George Washington? I think he was fucking...
Dude, he didn't have kids, and kids was like... not having kids at the time was like a symbol of you being gay.
You can't prove that he was gay, but you also can't prove that he wasn't.
Yeah.
Because there was no stories even of him fucking the slaves or anything.
Do you think he was gay?
I think he was fucking queer.
Yeah?
Yeah. For sure. And I think also if he was king, it would have been the first time that two kings would have been in power. He would have had
very progressive.
He would have been king, and his husband would also be king number 2.
King number
we got George Washington, and we got George Washington number 2.
Yeah, man. No, George Washington. He I think he liked. I don't know. Maybe he didn't like women. Maybe he did. But I think he was just obsessed with like ebony. Ebony's.
Why? What makes you think that? Just how much?
I heard that there's articles that were written saying that he had been with several of his slaves, and who didn't, bro? Who didn't?
You know, he had.
And
slaves.
he also he was the first president to free them. I mean, of course, after his death. So that one might have been the one that he was fucking.
But also,
could have been a dude.
Possibly, but also he had slaves since he was like 11.
Yeah, he was
that shit is nuts, dude.
He was entitled to well, I mean, who the fuck is entitled to slaves? But you know, he was born and he got them inherited
by law. Hey, it was the law. I was just following the law.
Yeah, no, his fucking his grandparents were like very popular people in like Wales or some shit, some in UK somewhere, in the United Kingdom somewhere, and then his father moved to America and was like they gave him land, I guess.
He was translucent, so they gave him land.
Yeah, and then they and then George Washington inherited that land along with the slaves that were
that were there and just like, let's fight.
So he was just going around, you know what I'm saying, hitting ebonies, smoking Zaza.
Smoking
Yeah, because he used to smoke weed, man.
That's lit.
Yeah. He was he used to use weed for everything. He was like big on using hemp for things.
You ever tell your slaves what to do on weed?
Yeah, that's Georgie right there. Moral of the story, don't fuck your cousin. Unless. Right. Don't fuck your cousin unless he's as hot as mine. Baby Archie is not black. And Meghan Markle deserves to starve to death in the Tower of London. Thank you. Good night.